Why aren't dragons hungry on weekends? What a great question. I guess we'll find out at the end of this worksheet. If you want to put your name at the top, you can, or it should be on the front of this packet. So we're doing prime factorization like we've been doing before. We're going to be writing the numbers in exponential form. And then at the bottom, we have some stuff that's a little bit new this time. I think up here they give you enough room, but if you would like to get a piece of notebook paper, you can do that if you don't feel like you have enough room. So let's read the directions. Find each answer in the adjacent, that means next to, answer column. Write the letter of the answer in the box containing the number of the exercise. So for like number 1, whatever alphabet letter you get, down here, you're going to write that alphabet letter in box number 1. So in exercises 1 through 12, write the prime factorization of the given number. That's something that we've been doing for the past few days now, so you can use upside down division or factor tree, whichever one you want. So 28, let's see. I'm going to use a factor tree. 2 and 14 would make 28. 14 is not a composite number though, so I'm going to have to keep breaking it down. So I'm going to get 2, and I have 2 of them, times 1, 7. So I'm going to look over here, 2 squared times 7. It looks like that one was t. I'm going to just, so I help remind myself which one was which, I'm going to put a t and cross that one off. So you shouldn't repeat any of the letters. If you want to go ahead and write it down here, you can. So 45. Let's see. 45, I know that that could be 5 times 9 makes 45. 5 is a prime number, but 9 is not. If you need to check up on the poster above where you sharpen your pencil and check, go ahead. 9 is not. It's not in red. It's not 1. We're going to split up and do 3 and 3. There's nothing else we really can. We don't want to use 1 and something else because then we would just have a million ones and it would be silly. So I start with your smallest numbers. So we have 3 and I have 2 of them squared times 5, and there's 1 of them. If you want to put a little 1 there, you can. We don't really need to. So 3 squared times 7. Oh, 3 squared times 5. So that is alphabet letter A. I'm going to cross it off so I know I used it. Now on 2. Here, we're going to write an A. So the rest of these should be similar to what we've been doing. Nothing is too new. I think you guys will have a pretty easy time with it. On the bottom, in exercises 13 through 22, write the product. Here's where we have something new. We have a bunch of variables that we haven't had before. It is going to work exactly like it did up here. So right here, I have 2, and I have 1, 2, 3 of them. Then I have a 3. I have 1 of it. X, I have 1 of it. So now we're going to have just an X, but then they've actually, over here, if you notice, they've gone ahead and multiplied it out. So 2 cubed would be 8 times 3 is 24x. Right here, we would have 2 times 5 squared. And then this right here, we have x's and we have 2 of them. So it's going to be an x squared. So we know right now we're looking for something over here with an x squared. So there's an x squared, there's 1, here's 1. 5 squared, we know that's 25. 25 times 2 would be 50. So here I'm going to end up with something with y to the 4th power, because I have y to the 4th, And then down here is something new also. Anytime we have a negative number, when we go to do this prime factorization or the upside down division, when we list it out, if this were negative 45, I'm going to put it in parentheses because it's not really, we're just pretending. So if it were negative 45, we would write it out as, I'm going to put this down here in parentheses too, negative 1 times 3 squared times 5. Just that part right there. So down here, if we have a negative 1 out to the side, it's going to be one of these negative numbers, because that's what we do to make sure we remember that it was a negative. We're going to pull it out and put it as a negative 1 in front of everything. So over here, you can already tell that on 19 and 21, you're going to have to choose from T, B, or W, because those are the only ones that have negatives on them. So, as you can see, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, that's 5 problems, and there are 7 options. So there are going to be 2 that you don't end up using. Same thing over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there will be some that don't get used. That's fine. Up here, you have 3 boxes, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 options. So there are going to be 2 that don't get used. 4, 5, and 6 will use these. 7, 8, 9 will use these. 10, 11, 12 will use these. 13 through 17 use these. 18 through 22 use those. Thanks.